Hello, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? Happy birthday. I probably missed some of you, so happy belated birthday. We are here to do your December tarot love spread. So yeah, welcome guys. Cross watchers are welcome as well. Hope this video finds you guys well. Happy holidays, happy birthday, happy everything. As always with these general YouTube messages, they are general. That means not everything I say will resonate with every Sagittarius out there. So ultimately, it is up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, but ultimately to take away the messages that you feel are intended for you, that serve you and your best and highest good. Anything that doesn't resonate or fit your circumstance or scenario, you can drop it like it's hot. You don't need to take on that energy. That means it's likely a message for someone else. But sometimes messages will resonate in the future, so if that's the case, take it and run with it. It is my goal here to provide you some inspiration, some insight, but mostly self-empowerment. That's my goal here, to do some good and add some light to your life. So, everything else you want to know will be in that description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including on this video. Ooh, all right. Good cards popping out. Yeah, like, share, subscribe where you can. I reached 1,000 subscribers, and you guys are in huge part to thank for that because my Saggy gang shows up for me. You guys are legit, and I appreciate you so much. So yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, let's continue to spread the word, get this channel up and running. I'm going to start you off with one of these little... what are they called? Wisdom Oracle cards. I've been starting off all the love readings with them. They're really beautiful pictures. So what does Sagittarius need to hear in love? December into January in love for my Sagittarians. One card only. Sagittarians in love, looking for love, seeking love, in love, all that good stuff. Oop, okay. You had two pop out. I'm not going to take two, but we're going to go with this one. The tribe. All right, adding members to your pack, perhaps. Clean it up. That's the second one. That one's not as fun to me, so we're going to go with the tribe. That's the first one I looked at anyway. So let me read this right out of the book because it will eliminate my rambling. That's why. All right, relationship message. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another, accepting the truth that everyone has flaws and is a part of the same dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. The tribe. The tribal dance. All right, very cool. Let's hop into your reading, Sagittarius. We'll keep this in mind as we move forward. You got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of your deck, but it doesn't come without a little bit of anxiety. So major upheaval and changes for the better, for your highest good, but there's something you're fearful of or potentially worried about or just kind of scared, intimidated by, right? But yeah, good options lay ahead is what I'm getting. Ace of Swords, some sort of clarity, some sort of epiphany, or also some very important, I just heard valid communication, some important truth that is communicated to you or from you, potentially regarding love. I love seeing that in a love reading. In fact, this is the first time this card has come up, and you're the seventh sign I've done. So you got the Two of Cups. Hell yeah. And that's such a cool depiction of it. I love it. The red roses. Very cool. All right, Sagittarius, your energy. We're going to do December into January is Four of Pentacles. All right, so that doesn't surprise me, in the safety zone. And that's, I think, why the Wheel of Fortune is coming up with a bit of anxiety. It's like, my Sagittarians know, like, the time has come. They hear the calling that there is some sort of important change, some sort of important move or decision. This could just be a decision, right? Something needs to change. Something needs to be added or removed from the mix. Some sort of new adventure, right? Potentially in your birthday season, right? But it's like moving away from the safety zone, from the comfort zone, that for some of you right now, it's proving to be more difficult than you thought, or it's easier just to avoid it and not think about it. But we know what happens when we avoid major changes, right? That's when the tower comes to rip us away from the devil, because ultimately the devil can be the comfort zone, right? The Daughter of Wands. So this is the Page of Wands. Yeah. So this is all about inspiration and seeking out new sources that excite us, motivation. And pages are often messengers. So yeah, there could be some sort of important message that either you need to go communicate, or some sort of important, it's weird to phrase it like this, but some sort of important lesson that you need to learn. And that almost exists for you guys probably in the subconscious, because it's not like we go around saying, I feel like there's something important I need to know or learn, and you go out and do that. I mean, maybe for some of you, if that makes sense, that is existing more on like a subconscious level, is like intuitively my Sagittarians feel it's an important time for something, and maybe that that uncertainty of what that something is, maybe that's, wow, actually you have a good amount of cards here. Maybe that's provoking some sort of anxiety, but it's the closing out of a cycle. So those who are stuck in a place that, yeah, wow, you're just not happy, something is weighing heavily on your mind. I feel like you guys get these cards all the time. I'm sorry, you see me shuffling them, but yeah, my Saggies, you get 9 and 10 of Swords a lot, which means to me like your brain is active. You're constantly trying to figure things out and analyze and assess and how to do it. But the thing is, are you taking action to either remove these barriers or these obstacles or these unhelpful thoughts of self-doubt, of lacking confidence, of lacking self-worth, or not feeling good enough? Now, that's not for everyone out there, right? But I'm just saying, if you're resonating with kind of this darker energy, how can we find healthy ways to cope, right? And move on from this? I mean, obviously you're being called to, right? And here's the thing, maybe this is just you being overwhelmed. You know it's the calling, you know it's time for change, right? For good fortune to come into you, right? But maybe there's so many different ways to go about it. Maybe you're just overwhelmed. There's 7 different options. There's 7 different people. There's 7 different, and it doesn't have to be the number 7, but that's what this card is. It can sometimes be a card of illusion, but ultimately it's a card of options. Options that affect our heart space, our emotions, right? What is going to make us the most happy? With this card, we don't really know yet. There is an element of needing to take some sort of risk, and it's an emotional risk, right? We don't know the outcome yet, but it's probably going to be to find something or someone that is in alignment with your heart, right? Maybe a potential romantic partner. I mean, that's what we're probably watching this for, right? For love. So yeah, underlying energy is this discovery. The adventurer, again, messenger, something about bringing communication to and from, and maybe some of you work in some sort of career where that is prominent. I'm not exactly sure what that would be, but I don't know, like a radio host or a radio DJ, I don't know, like signaling something, I don't know, signaling or messages of communication. So that's the underlying energy, is that you feel it. You're inspired to go and do something or discover something. Maybe some of you are going back to school to communicate something to someone that means a lot to you, right? Your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, whoever that is. There's a desire and an inspiration and a motivation to do it. And yet like this energy of, but it's easier to stay safe. It's easier to like stay inside rather than take this, yeah, actually for a lot of you, rather than take this emotional risk of offering someone my cup, of offering romantic partnership, of communicating my true feelings, because it could change everything. Yeah, it could. But with the Wheel of Fortune coming up, it's probably going to change everything for the better. So while it may give you anxiety and just like fear and like severe like lacking of confidence, the Wheel of Fortune is almost coming in to pacify your doubt or to communicate to you, you don't need to be afraid of these options, because there's at least 2 good things here. Of all these things you could do, there's at least 2 that are going to bring you happiness. And quite frankly, if these are resonating with you, where you're at now really isn't doing much for you. The Page of Wands, I almost called it the Page of Inspiration, but the Page of Wands comes up when it's like, hey, let's travel. Let's find something new. Let's do something exciting. Let's do something fun. Let's go on a date. Let's flirt. Why is this heavy energy like weighing over this excitement to go and do something, Sagittarius? Like, this is such a Sagittarian card, right? It's your energy, that fire suit. What lights your fire? It's like, let's go. But you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to go. Universe is calling you. They're like literally the calling, the communication from source, from destiny, from the universe. Now is the time to choose your path, to choose to choose one of your options and like invest your heart in it, right? Again, maybe communicating some message of love. But yeah, it's going to take courage. It's going to take a lot of courage. But also, Mother of Wands, Queen of Wands, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're protected. Something about universe has got you. I see this very much as like you're one of the eggs. In a sense, it's like the universe is wrapping you around. You don't need to be fearful. Like this budging or nudging you in the direction to take action and communicate, to speak your truth in love to the person you love. There's a safety net here. There's a safety nest, right? With the snake's nest and the eggs. This could be professing love for someone that you want to have a family with, right? The idea of creation here. Yeah, Mother of Wands, Queen of Wands, it's a card of Aries, magnetic, electric, work hard, play hard. She's the witch of the deck, right? There's magic up her sleeve here. Yeah, like you have a lot more power and magic and luck, Sagittarius, than I think you realize. Yeah, it's like I'm hearing like a phrase, but I'm gonna botch it. It's like, you're like an ace in the deck or money in the hand, or it's something, it's very natural and easy for you, and yet you're building it up to be like this mountain of a climb that you have to get over, and it's just not. It's like when you step up and decide to take that risk, right? Again, Wands, all about action forward. This is your card, Jupiter energy, expanding out of your comfort zone. Jupiter energy is all about expansion. Yeah, there's beautiful and fun and delightful, exciting things to be discovered. But something about like the infinity symbol kind of being trumped with this safety zone, you're never going to know if you don't take some sort of risk to go out that window and see new places, to see new people, to communicate the things that were never said or that need to be said. That infinity symbol is double here, and we just saw, yeah, strength. Frequently shown in the card of strength, she's got the little infinity symbol over her head. So maybe some of you are trying to communicate with a Leo or another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Very possible. All right. I feel like I pulled a million cards for you already, Sag. You had so many messages coming through. I don't even remember what the original one was. Let's see. It was Daughter of Wands. Okay. So we'll keep the originals here and we will move on. Let's take a peek at your person. My God, 12 minutes. Your person is presenting as Six of Pentacles. All right. I just heard they're waiting to receive the offer. Or vice versa. This could be you too if this resonates more, but someone is ready and waiting. Six of Pentacles is the card of reciprocity. You get what you give. It could be there may have to do something to do with a Libra here, or something about rebalancing the scales, righting the wrongs of the past. This could have been someone that you've had like a tumultuous relationship with, and maybe you broke off and severed away from it, and now you're afraid to love again. It could be something like that. This person is going to help rebalance your scales. They're going to bring like order and justice and reciprocity to the relationship. So what you give in, you're going to get back. But that's a double-edged sword, right? No pun intended, but this relationship will require work and attention. So if you're hesitant to put in any sort of effort or inspiration into a new relationship, you're not going to get anything back. The way the universe mirrors what you put out, right? We put love and light and joy out into the world, we receive that back. If you're putting out these vibes of, I don't have confidence and I don't know who I am and I'm afraid to go after this and I don't know what I want, the universe is like, yes. Like that's what they're going to do with you, right? So in a way, it's almost like fake it till you make it. Like gather up that strength, that courage, and go out there like a ferocious lion, right? King of the jungle, queen of the jungle, right? Whatever you want to say. Fire energy, right? Leo, Aries, you Sagittarius, like all the major hard hitters in the fire suit are here. Like go out and something about trailblazing. I don't really know what that is a metaphor for, but yeah, fire energy. It's powerful. It's threatening. But it's beautiful, right? It's eye-catching. It catches everyone's attention, and ultimately, you know what? It's warmth, right? Fire it provides us with warmth and love and caring, right? All right, so your person's underlying energy is an Ace of Cups. All right, so this person is looking for love and they are ready to receive and pour from their cup of love. Because it's like a nice even 6 reciprocity, this person too has probably been through ups and downs, peaks and valleys in love, but they've come to a place where they are very strong and standing like on their own 2 feet, and like their cup runneth over themselves. Like they are standing on an Ace of Cups. They are standing on self-love. They love themselves. They've done the work. Spirituality may play like a very prominent role in their life. This person may be extremely creative or artistic, but yeah, like they're ready to put all that beautiful, creative, artistic joy and love out into the world. So that's what they're expecting back, right? And you can do that, Sagittarius, right? You got a lot going for you. This can sometimes be a card of like artists and dreamers, right? People who speak truths from their heart, from their emotions. Yeah, like painters, poets, musicians, playwrights, actors, right? Especially, as I said, if you're a job that involves communicating from the heart space, or even like via technology, like messages back and forth. I don't know exactly what that would be, but that's a message coming through. There's a need to step outside your comfort zone, going after what motivates you to like expand beyond what you've settled for and deliver some sort of important truth. And step back into your power, because yeah, some of you have been hiding away, and it's like you've been denying the world of your gifts. You've been denying the world of all these beautiful things you have to offer. Okay, interesting. You see yourself as a page, Sagittarius, but you're a mother effing queen or king, right? Whatever, you can throw gender out the window. You're presenting as kind of like this meek, timid, and just in this spread, this isn't for everybody, but like with these cards, I'm just sensing you're lacking confidence, right? Again, where's my, yeah, we got to get you back up to this like ferocious lion, like pounce and attack on what it is that you want, right? Speak your truth, right? And with this card, there is this idea of like sexual desire, like carnal, animalistic, yeah, just like hardcore sexuality. You're sexy, right? As is the Queen of Wands, but it's like somewhere along the way you forgot. It's like, what happened? We got to get this epiphany back, in the state of where you can channel messages from above, like from higher power, your intuition. Like, you're a badass mother effing queen, right? Let's get out there and show the world that. You may have multiple gifts that you need to send out to the world. Maybe multiple, I don't know why this came through, but maybe it's multiple apologies. Maybe it's multiple confessions of something that you need to come clean with. But the thing is, it would be empowering you. That would be the reason to do it. Again, it's getting you back up on, back into your power. Again, page to queen. There's been a disconnect of who you really are. It's sort of like an identity crisis. Yeah, for some of you, you've been living in like this lack mentality and being kind of stuck in the past of things that should have closed out probably long ago, with 2 10s. And again, with 10 of Swords, it's dark thoughts. It's heavy thoughts that make us feel stabbed in the back or just, like bruised, wounded. It's time to move past this. And again, find healthy coping mechanisms, but ultimately step back into your power. I'm going to pause you real quick because I got to plug this in before my Mac dies. 1 second. All right, Saggy, we're back. So again, your person is looking for someone who's going to show up with that cup of love the way that they're going to show up to the relationship, right? It could potentially be someone from your past with judgment coming up. Doesn't have to be, though. What's between you two? The King of Swords. All right. So an important conversation, a very heavy conversation where some harsh truths may need to be exchanged, but it's like once you do, it's going to set you free. It may have been something that you've kept to yourself this whole time and didn't share, something about guarding your eggs. But again, something about a lot of hidden truths. And the thing is, they're not bad, but maybe that's the emotional risk, is the need to be vulnerable, right? The need to say what needs to be said. The underlying energy for that is, the 9 of Swords. Wow, you guys, this is, yikes. So this is the same. You have the 9 and the 10 in 2 different decks. The underlying energy for this difficult truth is the 9 of Swords. Whatever's keeping you up at night, severe anxiety, depression, unsettled thoughts, feelings of lack, of guilt, of remorse, of pain, of regret. That's why judgment is coming up. you may be asking to like circle back. You actually have a few cards that indicate that. Yeah, and actually with all the infinities, circle back to some sort of situation with someone that it's like the cycle needs to be closed out properly because maybe you weren't able to do it on your own. Maybe there was a need to distance yourself from someone or in a relationship, be it romantic or not. This could be with a parent or a sibling or a boss or a coworker. Maybe there was a need to distance yourself from someone where like the waters went sour. There wasn't love flowing back and forth anymore. And so the separation was necessary, and yet there's still pains in your heart about how this ended or how to go back and close out the cycle properly. That's sort of what I'm getting here. It's like this kind of really disgusting, no shade. It's just I'm describing the card. It's like festering. It's got worms growing out of it. It's been like eaten alive. That's symbolic of what's going on inside your head regarding this conversation that, look, it's like she's hooded. There's like a shield there. There's something, again, you didn't want to expose, you wanted to protect and keep to yourself. Something about this is asking you to come forward and speak that difficult truth. And by doing that, there is some sort of epiphany or a rebalance of the scales, or I'm just getting like truth, justice, communication with the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And again, it's almost like you feel the calling as the Page of Wands or the Daughter of Wands in this deck. It's you feel it. You know it's time. Internally, something is driving you or motivating you to, again, just go take care of this, whatever that means to you. For some of you, it doesn't have to be this energy of, you broke my heart and you need to know. It's not so much like scolding a person for not treating you right. It's closing it out so that you don't have to carry the burdens of this around anymore. And so for some of you, maybe that is inviting new love into the situation, but for others of you, it may be like putting it to rest once and for all. It's like you stick your sword in the ground and like, that's it, the final judgment. Because yeah, ultimately, like after that final truth, that final judgment call comes through, then it's the world. Then there's this major completion of a cycle, right, that you've been working through for many months or potentially many years, right? I mean, judgment is the second to last card in the Fool's Journey of the major arcana. Once you hit the world, it's like bliss, freedom, happiness, doors open up, right? There's a rebalance of things that were chaotic and out of order. Same with the Wheel of Fortune. This is talking about destinies, cycles. And on some level, whoever this person is to you, if it's striking true or ringing true, this was a karmic partner on some level, because again, I kept hearing this, heavy truths. There was something very heavy you needed to learn about yourself, potentially in love relationships. Whew. This is a heavy card. I feel it just holding it. But the truth shall set you free. Sound like I'm preaching in a church. All right, let's see. Daughter of Wands. All right, so let's start some romance angels on this. Let's see what's up. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a long video, Saggy. This may have something to do with a Leo. It doesn't have to, but it's card number 8. You had the Leo the Lion come up, the Strength card. You may have strong Leo in your chart. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, the fire suit is very strong in this reading. The fire suit is strong with you, young one. That sounds like something they would say to Luke Skywalker. The force is strong with this one. But yeah, the fire suit is encouraging you to not only step up and step into your power, be indestructible, but also to harness your courage, your strength, and recognize your beauty and like the warmth you provide to people. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. The Soulmate card came up. I'm not terribly surprised, because instantly what I got from this was, again, as I was saying, the karmic relationship. This is going to be different for all of you. Whoever this is with, you guys went through some shit together, or even separate, like what, maybe together, but then you separated and both potentially went through even more shit. Either way, whether this is someone you want to reconcile with or not, and to be honest, there's multiple storylines going on here, because I actually don't sense that this is necessarily the same person involved in this scenario. It could be, but the reason the soulmate card is coming up for most of you is because either way, it's a karmic partnership. You were meant to meet this person, and on some level, maybe they are your soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, the card says. That's sort of what I sense with this person. And again, if you're both coming from a place where you were just distraught and destroyed in the past, and vice versa, this could have been your person too. I mean, I think it was. Both of you kind of went through this really dark journey, and maybe that's why your paths met, why your paths crossed, right? Again, all these infinity symbols of like crossing each other, destiny, right? Soulmates on a certain level. You guys changed each other in profound ways, whether you realize it or not. And it probably shook your confidence because something about this relationship was very challenging. It really forced you to kind of fight through and push through, and again, knocked your confidence. You're coming out of it feeling like a page, but you're a queen. It's like, and even from Judgment, we go to the World card. The World card to me always symbolizes like a graduation. It's like, you both have been through the school of the hard knocks, right? Now it's time to like celebrate your accomplishments and just how far you've come. Let's throw some more on your person. What do we need to know about Sagittarius' person here? The Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Six of Pentacles too, something about this is talking about like a mirrored soul. So yes, maybe a soulmate, maybe a karmic partner, maybe a twin flame. Something about it was a reflection of you, this person, and yeah, there's a mirror in this as well. This person, it's almost like them being in your life held a mirror up to you and made you recognize not only the things that you do like about yourself, but ultimately the things you don't like about yourself. And it's funny, what you didn't like about that person in a reversed way, or again, a mirrored sense, you learned a tremendous amount about yourself in romantic partnership, in romantic relationships. This person helped to shed a light on you. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hermit card popped up for them. Let's see. So in that, right, if you're not looking to reconcile with this person, if there's a judgment and you close out the cycle properly, potentially in Sagittarius season, right, all this fire energy, it does seem like maybe you're going to bring in the new year with new partnership, with new love. And again, it's someone who's going to match you on your level. They're going to be able to give what you give. It's going to be like equally balanced. Tell me about Sagittarius' person. Sagittarius' person. What do we need to know about Sagittarius' person? Sagittarius in love. Tell me about Sagittarius' person. For a lot of you, it might be a Leo. That just keeps coming up here. Yeah, another Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man. Yeah. They've been through some major transformation themselves, and it's like, they're almost the butterfly. That was your last video, Sagittarius, wasn't it? Like, you're the peacock. You gotta let me fly. I kept saying that to you. They've been through some sort of spiritual journey where they've had to assess what's around them and have this sort of illumination, much like you, some sort of epiphany that it like sets them free. They're allowed to be a butterfly now. They don't need to be in this like stuck mode. Again, a comfort zone. He makes the 4 with his legs, like an upside down 4. They've sort of been in the comfort zone, and much like you, it's like the Ace and the Page. They're very similar in the wand suit. They're looking to break free from the comfort zone. They're looking to break free from the status quo, from the ordinary, by assessing what's around them, right? And ultimately, there's this illumination. Yeah, something about this person, or you both have been in some sort of karmic cycle or karmic partnership that has illuminated you to really important truths about yourself and the romantic partnerships that you've chosen to be in. And it's nothing bad, right? I kind of say the school of the hard knocks with a wink, but yeah, there's some really valuable insight to take away from this, right? It hasn't been easy, but like, look, you've come out warrior on the other end, right? You've made it to the light at the end of the tunnel. And there it is. It may come in the form of this person. Again, like this graduation of light at the end of the tunnel, literally, right? It's depicted in this card. It's like, congratulations, Sagittarius. You made it through some major shit, right? But now you know what you want. Now you have more truth and clarity about what it is that you want. And also, what is it that you deserve? Like, again, you're a badass mother effing queen of wands here, whether you're male or female, right? This is being presented to you, and it's a cup that's better suited for you. That's sort of what I'm getting with this person. And this person's gonna find you sexy as you know what. Like, this is the boner card, right? This is like the I'm excited, let's do this. And again, sort of that calling of you're not certain what exactly it is that you're being driven or motivated to go after. This underlying energy of I feel like I need to leave the comfort zone, but I don't know if I'm ready. Something about this is like the options that lie ahead of you are better than the options that lie behind you. Look optimistically towards the future. And I mean, this person might be brand new. They're showing up with multiple aces. Love and passion is what this potentially new person is going to give. Could be with a Pisces. This is a card of Pisces, Neptune. This could be the person of your dreams. Someone who is an equal match to you in the arena of love. Beautiful cards. I like this person. I like this person a lot. And maybe they're your soulmate, right? Maybe that's why this card is coming up. But I still maintain the fact that for those leaving behind a relationship that really put you through the ringer, be thankful that it happened. And I know that's so easy for me to say, right? Like, I can hear you, like, you have no idea what I've been through. I do, though, from these cards. These are some nasty cards. Like, you've been through the ringer. Maybe twice. Maybe these are two different partnerships that just completely crushed you, right? That snuffed out your flame. You're being called to, like, bring that flame back, to get your passion back, to go after love. But again, with the aces, most importantly, love ourselves. That's what your future person potentially is sitting on here. They have a lot of love and passion and motivation for themselves. So we got to get you there too, right? That's what this could be. A really important epiphany or knowledge, even like an understanding, a thankfulness that you went through this when you did, because you wouldn't be the person you are today had you not been through it. All right, I'm going to stop on that because I don't want to pinch any nerves if there's a sensitive topic there. But yeah, that message had to come through for somebody. But guys, what? Right? Like the Two of Cups that is strong, a romantic partnership that is strong. There's strength here, but it's going to take some courage to get to it. So what is my advice or guidance for my Sagittarians? The Emperor and the King of Cups. All right, well, that is some badass energy there. Very masculine. Look at that. My goodness. So a card of Scorpio and Aries. Could also be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Again, something about an equal match. The Emperor who builds an empire, and the King of Cups, the King of love, the King of empathy, the King of sympathy, the King of spirituality, sometimes the card of fatherhood, as is Aries too. So there may be some like bridging the gap of some sort of not partnership, relationship with a father that was very abusive, emotionally abusive, verbally abusive. Yeah, something about closing out a really difficult cycle with, even if it's not a father, a figure of authority. It could be a boss that just was always treating you like shit and just made you feel really bad about yourself. It's interesting. It's like warrior mode, for one thing, as we were saying, with strength, fighting through, pushing through to the end, because you have like really beautiful things that await you, Sagittarius. But it's also fighting resentment of the past with love. It's the healing waters of the King of Cups, rather than fighting fire with fire and adding salt to a wound that has been, open for years, metaphorically, right? Like these wounds just won't heal. What's going to heal them is water, the healing powers of water, love, right? This is all a metaphor for love, for faith and spirituality too. That might play a very key role in your life. And it certainly will in your potential person's life, if any of this is striking true. Both wands and cups can be passion and love, but it can also be faith, spirituality, right? Kind of getting like high priestess type vibes, someone who's very in tune with the universe here. All right, so this is the Seven of Wands, another card of Leo. Yeah, proving your strength, mainly to yourself, understanding that that you have what it takes already within you to fight this fight, to make it to the other side, right? To close out this really heavy, important chapter. And it's like this reward is waiting at the end of you once you come to this epiphany of, I do want to say, like, who you really are, who you used to be, who you're deliberating who you are now and like who you were destined to become. I keep getting like warrior vibes from this. Like, you've been through some heavy shit, but look, you made it to the other side. This is having courage and strength and a belief in yourself, and ultimately knowing that no matter what obstacles come your way, Spirit has your back. Again, as we were saying, faith and spirituality. This is understanding that whatever fights you come across, whatever obstacles you're forced to deal with in life, Spirit is rooting for you. But the flame exists within you. You hold the power, right? You got this. It's a card of empowerment and encouragement. And also with wands, again, extending the energy to move forward, right? It's not this complacency of the comfort zone of do I or don't I. It's, well, I'm this far in, I may as well keep going, but harnessing that energy, keeping it going, keeping it flowing, because ultimately the desire here is love, right? Love of self and sharing love and joy and passion with the world. All right, let's throw one of these on it. Advice or guidance for, I almost called you Scorpio, for Sagittarius. Advice or guidance for my Saggies. Advice or guidance for Saggy. Advice or guidance for Sagittarius. Advice or guidance for Sagittarius. That flew out. Healing. I used these cards ages ago, and I remember Sagittarius got this one as well. Guys, it's been a hell of a year, right? This is one of the first readings I did on YouTube. It was probably back in April, and you guys got this card, and I don't know why, I just remember it very specifically. I almost associate it with you guys. You got your elixirs, and this actually came out maybe for Gemini too. I am not exactly sure, but in this last reading sessions that I did, she's got her elixirs behind her, right? The way the Queen of Wands would. She's the witch of the deck. She's magic. Again, what's so important in getting over this really brutal obstacle or this hurdle that's been weighing heavily on your mind, again, for potentially years. Suffering, pain, anxiety, someone who just made you feel really crappy. Healing, finding proper channels to heal. And I will say, because you are Temperance, there is something on not relying on the bottle, not relying on solely alone pain pills or prescription pills or alcohol abuse, right? This is almost like a little red flag. Watch out for addiction issues that may have been triggered by traumas from the past. Finding healthy and spiritual ways to cope. Crystal, energy work, faith, spirituality, going to church. And also, as I think I've said to you many times before, when these cards come up, I am always an advocate of therapy, counseling, going to speak your truth to someone because you need to get it up and out, clearing your emotions, cutting out the shit in your life that just isn't serving you. Maybe there's lots of things you need to speak your truth on from the heart space, but you've never had the chance to just get them up and out. So I'm saying there's heavy truths that need to be communicated, and ultimately something that is weighing heavily on your heart or on your mind needs to be cut off once and for all, needs to be finally severed, right? Needs to be put out of its misery, right? Like, this doesn't need to be your story anymore. We've moved on. There's one final judgment. There's one final conversation, maybe a difficult one that needs to be had, maybe about a soulmate or with a soulmate, or to clear out an old relationship and make room for a soulmate, right? Yeah, but this is sort of what you're being asked to focus on here. Do the healing, go through the proper channels, and healing is a very personal process. You can't put a timestamp on that, right? It's going to be different for everybody, but this is acknowledging there's still some healing work that needs to be done. Let's throw some zodiac signs on this and we'll wrap you up, Sagittarius. King of Wands is bottom of your deck. I love that. A very good pairing for the Queen of Wands. So yeah, those looking for a soulmate, it's trying to come in. Make sure you do the healing work, because there's potential for a really strong relationship, a soulmate relationship here, and like a power couple. Again, another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius potentially. It doesn't have to be. All right, let's throw zodiac signs. What zodiac signs want to come out in this reading for my Saggies? For Sagittarius, whoa, too many cards. All right, we'll take them. For this reading, we have Libra, we have Leo, not surprised, lots of Leo cards came out, we have Gemini, and we have you, Sagittarius, but it could be another Saggy you're dealing with, right? Okay, bottom of your deck is Virgo. That's what I got for you guys. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in 2020.